Hey everyone, my name is Anders, and today we're going to go over the test server patch for BDO on PC. As always, make sure to use the chapters to skip around to what you're most interested in. So let's start with the new Battle Arena PvP training dummy changes. These are the NPCs that you can test out combos with in Battle Arena. It's not perfect, but this new change will help improve your practice sessions. First, they made it so you can now see attack modifiers, so down attack, back attack, crit, those will all display above the training dummy. Second, they split the current training dummies into 3 categories. One will be set at beginner level. This means they will get back up from a knockdown very slowly, as you can see here. Intermediate training dummies will be a different section of the battle arena and will stand up at a normal rate like a real player. Advanced training dummies will again be in a different section of the battle arena and they will stand up at a normal rate and will attack and CC you as they do. This helps you understand when your combo is too long in a real world scenario where another player will likely stand up and try and CC you if you mess up your combo or you stay around too long, things like that. So I think they're good changes. It certainly helps players get used to theory crafting better combos, especially if you don't have a friend to practice with. I still think having another actual person on the other end telling you information is better, of course, but this change is definitely a good one for those of us that like to test out different classes and combos in PvP. Now for class balance, there is nothing this week. There were 3 bug fixes, so one for Dark Knight, where DP buffs were not refreshing correctly in Awakening. The other for Guardian, Savage Hack, your LMB RMB skill was linking incorrectly with Boulder Crush, your SLMB skill. The last one is for Shy. If you had more than one Shy in a party or platoon, the buffs would sometimes not refresh if the multiple Shies were using the buffing skills. Now next up, we have some changes to Khan's Heart and the Khan Guild Boss. An NPC called Curio will now offer you a quest chain. This is going to be once per family. There are 3 quests you need to complete. Each quest will give you 1 faint Khan's magic power. Each quest will simply ask you, defeat Khan, the guild boss. After you finish all 3 quests, you will have 3 faint Khan's magic power, which you then use to craft the Khan's Heart of your choice. Khan's Heart comes in 3 forms: destruction, protection, and life. These have all been buffed slightly and the price in the market has about doubled. Basically, if you run Khan 3 times after this update goes live and you do those quests, you will get a Khan's Heart of your choice. Remember, you still need 200 magical shards, 400 alchemy stone shards, and the 100 traces of whichever heart you're trying to craft on top of these new faint Khan's magic power items to craft the actual Khan's Heart. Now next up, we have a small but nice change to mount stamina recovery items like carrots. The cooldowns of these are going to be 1 minute now instead of 5 minutes, which will help if you're actively riding around with your mount. They have also improved auto-pathing for ships when you're bartering and sailing, where sometimes you had to reset your path on the map. They fixed an issue where some consumables could not be used while sitting on a fishing chair. Darkseeker's Retreat had some changes. This is a new grind spot already released in Korea. We don't have this yet. Should be releasing for us fairly soon, I think, in global PC. I have a guide going over everything you need to know about the update on my channel about Ulukita Part 2. They've added a new elite called Eternal Dark Follower. He's going to be similar to that elite in Tungrad Ruins that they've added and the elite in City of the Dead. So when you kill this new Eternal Dark Follower, a group of monsters is going to spawn and attack you, and these monsters will be weaker versions, of course, than the normal ones you're fighting, so you can clear them very quickly. The overall health of monsters in Darkseeker's Retreat has been reduced by 20%, which would help with clearing more efficiently. The grouping of each pack is now tighter with a larger monster in the middle to help you grind more efficiently as well. They've moved around some packs to not be so close to some safe zones. They've also changed some areas near the Barhan camp node to be combat zones instead of safe zones, and this allowed them to add even more packs near that area. Tungrad Ruins had some fixes to the stun not applying all the time to certain monsters, and the aggro range of the monsters has been reduced so they stop chasing you more quickly than before. Elvia Giants had some bug fixes to move some packs that were spawning inside walls. The Ulukita main story had some bosses buffed in health. They've also added a ton of quality of life changes to the storyline to help you move across the NPCs NPCs you need to talk to more smoothly. They've also added a way to return to a fight that takes place at the end of the story, which sometimes can have you fall and be unable to get back onto the battlefield. So that's been fixed. Basically, all of the usual bugs should be fixed by the time we get the update, at least I'm hoping. But moving on, Garmet's Nest has been improved to have a staircase directly in the path of the main battleground, meaning you can simply run up the stairs instead of having to climb or go around the rocks and structure to get to the NPC. A nice change. It's small but necessary to help with completing your Garment quests. The design of the guild invitation window has been improved to allow you to see if multiple guilds have sent you an invite request. When selecting items in one of those choose your item boxes we get from events, you can now select and press the spacebar to confirm your selection, which is nice. And that's it for this week's update. Not a huge patch, but good changes really. The only thing I would like to know is if we can maybe get a release date for Ulukita Part 2 on global PC. We also have a few more updates that were announced back at the ball that should be going live fairly soon, but I'll make a video on that later this week. Let me know your thoughts on the updates this week. What do you think about the new conquests? And as always, thanks for watching, thanks for listening. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.